My name is Alex, and if you told me a year ago that I'd be standing where I am today, lone, stronger, sharper, and unsure, I would laughed in your face. Because back then, I thought I had it all. A beautiful girlfriend, Lexi, who I'd been with for 3 years, a solid group of friends I had known since college, and what I believed was a peaceful, predictable life. But it all crumbled one Friday night when I walked into our apartment with her favorite takeout in hand, planning to surprise her. Instead, I found her phone buzzing on the counter, lighting up with messages from someone named Z. Curiosity got the better of me. I picked it up, and the screen revealed more than just texts. Sit exposed a betrayal. Last night was fire. Can't wait to feel you again. My heart stopped. Lexi came home minutes later, dressed like she'd just stepped out of a club. I confronted her, expecting panic, shame, or at least a hint of guilt. Instead, she laughed. Actually laughed. She shrugged, tossed her purse on the couch, and said, "Yeah, I cheated. You're too soft, Alex. I needed a real man for once." Then came the smirk. That smug, pitiful smirk that made my stomach twist. I stood there silent, trying to process what I had just heard. She didn't explain, didn't apologize. She just said it like it was no big deal. I couldn't even speak. I left that night, numb, confused, and humiliated. The next day, I reached out to my friends, thinking I'd find solace in them. Instead, I found something much worse. Complicity. They weren't surprised. In fact, one of them, Jason Evans, said, "I mean, Z's kind of a cool dude. You can't blame her too much." Another chimed in, "You've always been kind of passive, bro." That's when it hit me. They knew. They all knew. My friends, the people I had laughed with, cried with, trusted, had known she was cheating. And they'd said nothing. Not only that, they justified it. It felt like I'd lost more than Lexi. I'd lost my entire foundation. I spent that weekend in a haze, locked inside my apartment, blinds closed, lights off, just sitting in the dark. My mind raced with questions. Was I really that soft? Was I not enough? How long had she disrespected me while I played the fool? But the more I sat with those thoughts, the more a fire began to rise inside me, not anger, but resolve. I realized that maybe I had been too nice, too forgiving, too trusting. But that didn't make me weak. It made them manipulative. I decided right then and there, I wouldn't let this define me. So I cut all ties, blocked Lexi, blocked Z, deleted the group chat, and ghosted them all. I needed a clean break. Number? Explanations, no goodbyes, just silence. And then I went to work. I joined a gym the next day, not to get a revenge body, but to regain control. Every morning at 6 a.m., I was there, sweating out the poison of betrayal. Lifting weights like I was lifting the weight of my past off my shoulders. I started journaling every night, pouring every bit of pain, confusion, and rage onto paper. I picked up freelancing jobs to save more money, started reading again, even took up boxing. I rebuilt my routine from scratch. And slowly, day by day, I started to change. Not just physically, but mentally. I was no longer the version of me that accepted crumbs from people I thought cared. I was becoming someone who demanded respect, who walked away when lines were crossed, who didn't tolerate half-love, half-truths, or half-friends. Months passed. I made new friends at the gym, met people who pushed me, respected me, uplifted me. I got leaner, sharper, and more confident. I started a YouTube channel documenting my journey, mental health, fitness, betrayal, recovery, and it actually picked up. People began reaching out, saying my story helped them through their own mess. And then, one random Saturday, I ran into Lexi at a bookstore cafe. She looked shocked. She stammered, said I looked amazing, and asked how I'd been. I kept it simple. Told her I was good. Really good. She mentioned that things with Z didn't work out, that he wasn't the man she thought he was, that maybe she made a mistake. I smiled politely and said, "Yeah, maybe you did." Then I wished her well and walked away. I didn't feel satisfaction. I felt peace, closure. That was the moment I knew I was over it. Over her, over them, over the past. She lost a loyal man. I lost dead weight. And you know what? I don't miss any of it, because sometimes betrayal isn't the end. It's the beginning. The beginning of your real life, the one where you choose you, where you love yourself enough to walk away from those who don't, where you stop playing small to fit in circles you've outgrown. I didn't just survive that heartbreak. I transformed through it. And if you're sitting in a dark room right now, questioning your worth because someone broke you, hear this. You are not broken. You are just being rebuilt. Stronger, wiser, unshakable. Don't chase closure. Don't beg for validation. Let your growth be your answer. Let your peace be your revenge. Let your new life speak so loudly that your past has no choice but to watch in silence. That's what I did, and I've never looked back.